Hey guys, it's me Zhang again. So another video today, and actually it's been raining the whole afternoon and the sky is kind of overcast and it's quite gloomy today. Therefore I've got to turn on the light in my living room so that my video will, I can see lightning outside as well. Sometimes you can hear a thunder rolling from afar in my video if you listen carefully, I think. Yeah, so it's quite gloomy. So therefore I've turned on the light so that you can see me more clearly. I already had a plan to make a video today, therefore I'll just stick to my plan despite the gloomy weather. Okay, so today I want to talk about learning English vocabulary. Because you know, when you learn a foreign language, words are very important. You need words in order to express yourself, in order to make a proper sentence. And when I teach my students, I often tell them that words to language are like bricks. When you build a house, you need the bricks. Bricks are the basic units of a house, right? So if you don't have bricks, you're not gonna be able to build a nice house. So in order to speak English well, or just to use it effectively, you need a large enough pool of words in order to use them in your speaking or your writing. Therefore, a very important part and duty in learning a second language is that you have to constantly expand your vocabulary and constantly obtain and acquire new words from whatever English materials that you have. So an advantage for modern language learners is that we have access to various kinds of English materials around us. So not only from traditional textbooks, at school you can also learn English by very diverse and various kinds of forms of materials. For example, you can learn English by watching English videos on the internet as well, or by reading English materials, reading the news in English. So we have so many tools in order to improve our English capability and also our pool of vocabulary. Today, let me speak a little bit about obtaining new words from watching videos on YouTube. So YouTube is a very famous, well-known video sharing platform, but we often use it for recreational purposes. And it shouldn't be that way. I think we can capitalize on it to improve our language capacity. And you can watch English videos on YouTube to improve your English, of course. So it's a very effective and entertaining way at the same time. And watching YouTube videos is a very effective way for you to acquire new English words and expand your horizon as well. You can improve your knowledge, your understanding of the world on various topics. So it's very beneficial. But today I just want to show you an example of using a YouTube video to acquire new words. So I'll show you this video. And firstly, thật ra hôm nay mình cũng muốn nói một chút bằng tiếng Việt đấy, nhưng mà mình lại quên mất, từ đầu đến giờ chỉ toàn nói bằng tiếng Anh thôi. Sau khi chúng ta xem video xong thì sẽ có một số phần mình giải thích từ mới, cả nghĩa bằng tiếng Việt nữa để cho dễ hiểu hơn khi mà chúng ta học từ. Okay, so if you want to talk about the topic of flattery, nịnh hót xu nịnh. Okay, so if you only learn from your textbook at school, then maybe your vocabulary will be very limited, and the topic of flattery isn't something that you come across often. So when you need to speak about this in real life, it's very hard for you to come up with the appropriate words. So let's watch this video to see how the guy in this video talk about when he wants to describe things regarding flattery.
Thinking that they would do what all these groveling sycophants he surrounds himself with do, which is to bow down to him and kiss his ass. But the rest of the world didn't.
Okay, this guy is Brian Tyler Cohen, I believe. And the fact that I'm showing you his video doesn't mean that I'm endorsing him in any ways, or I'm disseminating his viewpoints. So it's just his view on the Trump administration, and this guy is always very critical of President Donald Trump. And I hope that many of you already know that American politics is very divided. The two largest, most influential political parties in the United States are the Republican Party, Đảng Cộng Hòa, and the Democratic Party, Đảng Dân Chủ. I hope that many of you already know that these two parties are very oppositional. They don't often agree with each other, and they don't see eye to eye with each other. Therefore, it is very common that you see them speak ill of the other side. And maybe this guy, this host of this YouTube channel, Brian, he's on the Democratic side, so he often belittles the Trump administration and is very critical of them. So Brian was describing the personnel, the staff in the Trump administration, and he was very descriptive. He used some words such as groveling. This an adjective. A Vietnamese meaning is quỵ lụy khúm núm, right? He also used sycophant. So the word sycophant is a noun which refers to a person who is groveling. Kẻ nịnh hót, kẻ hay su nịnh, nịnh bợ. Okay, so Brian also used some idioms to describe that act of flattery, which are bow down to him, bow down to somebody means phục tùng ai đó, okay? And kiss someone's ass. So kiss someone's ass is kind of a very casual phrase and a little bit offensive. It's offensive, I guess. Su nịnh, nịnh hót thôi.
That the world leaders would be as eager to crawl up his ass as his cabinet of hangers-on and ass-kissers.
And in this extract, you can see two nouns here to describe a groveling person, which are hanger-on, or the plural of this word is hangers-on, kẻ su nịnh, and you also hear ass-kissers, ass-kisser, from the phrase kiss someone's ass. Okay.
The most groveling, sycophantic, obsequious hangers-on with their mouths latched onto his ass. And so like that really screws with how somebody perceives the people around them. And then he comes across people.
Alright, Brian is very critical. Actually, I don't encourage you guys to be like him, but you can learn the words from him so that you know them. Okay, now you know a lot of new words regarding flattery and the act of groveling. For example, you can use the two adjectives sycophantic and obsequious. Obsequious and sycophantic means nịnh bợ, su nịnh, nịnh hót, khúm núm, xun xoe. Guys, normally I don't like this guy's way of talking. I don't like Brian's tone of speaking because it sounds kind of unkind, right? And I'm not fond of inflammatory, disparaging remarks toward others because it's unkind, but maybe it's the style. Brian is a critic and it's his style. It's the style of speaking that he's chosen for his YouTube channel, and he wants to seem harsh like that. So let's just focus on the language aspect of this video only, and through this extract I hope that you've acquired some new words regarding flattery.